I'll show you how to do a user-defined type here in RSLogix5000. Use a user-defined type so you don't have to retype the same thing over and over and over again. So if you go over, open up your RSLogix5000. I'm running a 1769 L30ER processor. That's what I loaded up. It's just a fresh program so I can demonstrate this. In the controller organizer over on the left, if you go down, you'll see data types. If you expand that down, you'll see there's a user-defined one there. We want to right-click on that and hit New Data Type. That's going to bring me up a window here. We'll just make something generic real quick. We're going to add a couple properties to this. I'm going to give it an in position just to show you a Boolean. We'll show a value, so let's give it an extended position, or let's just do a cell. It's a lot easier to type. So now you got a value, you got a Boolean. Let's throw a timer in there. I want to show you how to do an array in here too. So let's throw a counter, some type of counter. We'll say it's a cycle counter. To make it an array, just put a bracket at the end now before you actually enter in all the data here. And I'm going to say it's a cycle count, so we're going to say extend, retract. Each one will have its own cycles, how many times it did it. So we'll do 2 counters. And that you can come back and change it later. Just know that when you change arrays, you're offsetting things. And you may have to go back and redo your descriptions when you do that. So I got a few different things in here. I got a Boolean, I got a real value, we got a timer, we got an array of counters here. So let's hit apply once, see what we get. We get it now, it'll tell us we got 32 bytes of data built into this one little user defined. So we're going to hit OK and accept that. So now you've built a user defined. It's in there. You got the access control. You can always go back in and edit it. If you wanted to, you could even open up another program, drag it into it, and drop it in its user defined, and it would pull all of its properties with it. Copy, paste it into it. There's a lot of different ways when you export, import routines that are using it. It'll take this along with it and bring in the data. It's really useful. So how do I get that in my program? Well, you go over here to the controller tags, go in there, and we're going to call this, I'm going to say I have, let's say I have a RAM that's got 4 axes on it. So I'm going to call it RAM. What kind of data type it is? Well, the data type is of axis control. You want to name it exactly what this type is. So if you start typing it in, there it is. It pops right up. Now, right now it's called RAM and it's of axis control. Now, if I wanted to just have an array of RAMs, I could make this an array. Say I had 4 of them. There we go. So that's it. Now, you go back to monitor so you don't mess up your edits. Come in here and open up your RAM variable. You'll see there they are, 0, 1, 2. You open the RAM up, and each one of them has an in position in Excel. You can see what type of data it's looking for. There's the real. It brings the nice little descriptions that you put in there. And the nice thing about it is all I had to do is make an array of them, and now I have 4 separate variables to use. These are all independent of each other because it's an array of a RAM, and the RAM is of axis control, which makes each RAM carry in this. That's why it's really nice to use the user defines, and if you can set it up right, you can really get it to where it's a modulated code, or modular code, I should say, and you can just drag and drop things in there and you'll have access built. All the stuff's already there, pre-coded. If you had your code laid out right, all your variables would be laid out there. So that's how you do a user defined in RSLogix 5000.